In terms of moving forward, I am in the process of completing a reorganization plan with respect to the entire county. I will provide that information and discuss that with freeholders.
Tina Renner-Cranford. You're reinstating the Deputy County Manager position. There's been no information offered to the public about that. You waited 2 weeks after Election Day to do it. It's my understanding that Assistant County Counsel Norm Albert is going to take over the Director of Administrative Services position, which Matt Zerato is leaving. In the past, this person would also be the Deputy County Manager. I just would appreciate, without having to, well, I'll do it anyway, but tonight you really do owe the public an explanation, especially with all these questions about your spending. What exactly this person is going to be doing, this Deputy County Manager? Is it a part-time job? Is it a full-time job? What else will he be doing? His background is he's the former Public Information Officer for the Mayor of Elizabeth, so what else is he going to be doing besides being a Deputy County Manager, which was always a part-time job unless it was coupled with another department to oversee? I'd also like an update on what happened with your former Director of Facilities Management. Have you replaced him? He resigned in October. He resigns on September 27th, and then on October 2nd, everyone found out, including you, that he pled guilty in federal court. You had no idea he was involved in this. He was filing false purchase orders for goods that were never received, and then the vendor was then paying him. So this happened a month ago. Who is his replacement? Who is investigating what exactly happens? What amounts of dollars does it cover? Were other vendors involved? You've had a month to look at this. You haven't apologized to the public. You had no idea this was happening. You found out like the rest of us when he pled guilty in federal court. You had no idea this was going on. He worked, pretty much up until the day he pled guilty. So I'd like an update on that, what steps you have taken to see what exactly happened and what the cost involved with that was. So I'd like an update on that, and I'd also like an explanation for the new Deputy County Manager position, including dollars. And I'd just like to go back to the last statement I made about your spending almost, I guess it's $50,000 you spend on that mailing you do right before your elections, and you do it through a pass-through grant to the Union County Alliance. And this is pretty much all they do historically, is help you with your elections. So it's $60,000 for Code Blue. $60,000 you spend over $1.25 million every single day. So I can't congratulate you for spending a mere pittance on homeless people. There's so much more you could do for them. In fact, I would challenge that, just in this area alone, around this building, I would say 5 square miles, you would find much poverty. I mean, when you raise taxes, you're also raising the taxes on the poor. It's the reason they become homeless. It's the reason why they can't feed their families. It's your tax and spend policies that cause them to suffer. So I would ask you to rethink the things you do. There was no reason for you to do that mailer. You didn't need it. It's just evil is what it is. Thank you.
County Manager.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I requested to fill the Deputy County Manager position at this time because, as was mentioned, there are a number of individuals who have departed. There's also another department head who has got some personal issues right now and has been out for some time. So to answer the question, Mr. Reyes will be assisting me, but he will also be taking on a number of duties in both parks and economic development. In terms of moving forward, I am in the process of completing a reorganization plan with respect to the entire county. I will provide that information and discuss that with freeholders. And as a result of that, Mr. Reyes will be taking on additional duties, which will include being a department head as well as being deputy county manager. Also, with regard to his qualifications, Mr. Reyes served also as director of policy and planning and economic development and neighborhood services, I believe, for the city of Elizabeth. Thank you.
Thank you. In reference to the employee who pled guilty in federal court, we will not be speaking in reference to that. They did resign their position prior to that. But I can say this, that the county has and continues to put measures in place. And like we have said before, we do not tolerate those who steal from our county. And there are measures in place that we have put in place, especially asset management system over the last year. I can tell you this, that beginning of the year, I challenged my policy chair to make sure that they are making sure that our policies and procedures have been reviewed and also have been reviewed with all of our departments. And with anything, we will make sure that we take full action and for any employee who abuses our system. Anyone else wishing to